Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for attending me.
Of course.
Why choosing for these coming back versions of old songs instead of writing new ones?
Well, in the beginning, when we first started talking about doing this, which was in 2019, in the beginning of that year, I didn't feel that I had any good ideas for new songs. And Rich kind of came up from Soul Savers, came up with this, idea of maybe we will, how about we make lists of songs that have made an impression on us or have meant something over the years, and how about we do that? How about we try and get together all the musicians that have worked on the 2 records that we've made together, and maybe we can find a studio where we can all actually be together for 3 or 4 weeks, and let's make a list of songs that have made some kind of impression and try and make them a Soul Savers record, Dave Gahan and Soul Savers record. And I kind of was like, okay, let's do that. So we ended up doing that, and once we had chosen, I think about like 20 songs or something in the beginning, and we found, it just so happened Rick Rubin's studio Shangri-La out in Malibu, we got together in this place, and we just would perform live every day for about, and each day we came with a different song. And quickly what happened was they started to take a shape and sound very much, and I found that the record was starting to take a shape, and the sequencing of the songs was going to be very important. So I've just felt really comfortable with these songs. I felt that they were also not just the songs, but more importantly, the vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
The voices had been with me for years and spoke to me, and I believed them. And the thing that we had to find was, how do we make this sound? How do we make this like a Dave Gahan and Soul Savers record, rather than you listening to a collection of other people's songs, that it felt like it was still coming from us?
So if you would have to choose these songs at the beginning of the last year, maybe the selection would have been different, or because of all the things we've been going through with the pandemic. So you said that at the beginning, you thought you had nothing new to say, but now with all this happening in the world, would it have different?
Maybe. We recorded this at the end of 2019. So I have had this music and these recordings and some others that didn't make the record with me for the last year and a half. I've been listening to them. And I feel like it actually makes perfect sense right now. This record kind of is very, it's comforting to me. It was recorded at a time where before the pandemic, so there's a sense of freedom in it that we don't have so much now, but I think we need.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm making music or making a record now, I always think about, how would I perform this on a stage in front of people? So I'm already thinking about, to me, like the sequencing of the songs is very important. And to me, always on my mind is a great closing number to a show, because there's a sense in there of asking for forgiveness of what's been, redemption, joy, belonging. It's all in there. And Elvis's voice, of course, carried the song in a very believable way. So, you know, for me, it was an obvious closing to the record, in the same way that Dark End of the Street was the beginning. You start at the dark end of the street, and then the record kind of takes you through a journey of different emotions and feelings and relationships, and the need to be in a relationship and be with someone and feel connected, and also the struggle that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And sure, Elvis was voice, and you did a great job with the song.
Thank
so
you.
The vocal part, congratulations. And let's talk about the title, Impostor, because at the beginning it's like a bit shocking. I don't know the meaning of this title. If it has something to do with the fact that you are singing songs that really don't belong to you.
Yeah, that's part of that. That is that, and I'm kind of, I am the imposter, and I think over the years I've felt like that a lot. Where I get to sing and perform on a stage, and you see this guy, this character, performing, which I love to do, and is a big part of me. But it's not everything, So to me, the question really is which one is the imposter? It's like,
wow,
in my everyday life, or is that guy that's on stage? That's really who I am. And of course, you can't be that person in life every day. You'd probably be arrested and thrown in jail. But it's, so on this record, I realized I felt closer to being like authentically me,
mm-hmm.
through other people's other voices, other songs, and I've done that for years anyway. But so I sort of ironically called it imposter, really, because I felt closer to this being authentically who I am and revealing a part of myself through my voice that maybe I haven't been able to before.
Yeah, well, at least it has to be challenging being you. I mean, being lead singer from Depeche Mode, then Soul Savers, then solo career, then you as a human being and not the idol. So right. I get the meaning of the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the version of you get on with best? Which one of them?
Oh, that changes every day. So,
oh.
Yeah, as we all know, I'm actually okay with myself. It's like, I'm okay being with myself. I didn't used to be. I have a harder time actually being around people and in relationship, even with my wife, and that it's like that it changes, and it's always a challenge. But being authentically who I am, that's what I have to do. I'm getting older now, and I'm okay with myself.
I'm glad to hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice answer. Well, and music industry, because we are running out of time, and music industry has changed a lot since you began, and social media and internet has set a new way of making music. I don't know how you feel in this new world, if you manage very well with it, or you feel like an alien, like, what am I doing here? I have nothing to do with all of this.
That's a very sort of existential question. I think I always ask myself. I mean, it's I get great joy out of a lot of simple things in my life today. I'm very fortunate and grateful, and I'm lucky, and I get to choose what I want to do, what I don't want to do. But that doesn't mean that I don't make that difficult sometimes, you know. I'm very good at doing that. But I think that, you know, music is constantly changing, but it still draws from the same root, you know, if you like. You know, we're trying to express ourselves through music, through voice, through instrumentation. And, you know, we have all this information, and then, you know, it's how you put that out. You know, what do you want to express? I want people, when I sing for myself. I sing to express the way I feel. I sometimes don't know what that is, but it seems to come out through my voice. And when I feel that I'm really doing that, honestly, I have no control over the rest of it. What you hear, what you've, you know, interpret, how you makes you feel, that's none of my business. But like, I know that when with this record, with Impostor, for instance, I touched on something in myself that felt very honest and very real. So that's all I can do.
And well, I wanted to ask you about the passing of time. I mean, I've got this feeling, I don't know if you have the same, but a lot of music lovers have, like, we are getting to an end of an era.
Yeah.
And everything is changing and evolving in this way. This is my last question. So I don't know if you feel the same, and if it's like scaring, or if you're concerned about the passing of time.
I don't feel it's scary, but I feel it's different. It's different. The way we're gonna listen to music, see music performed, certainly for the future of what we are in where we are right now, in a way, it makes it kind of more special, and to me, all that more important in some ways. That you know, you have to stay in the moment. You have what you have right now, and you know, you got to be thankful for that, whatever that is. And some of us are more fortunate than others to have choices within those moments. But that's all we have right now. It's like, we don't know. Like, I don't know if I can perform Imposter in November on some stages that you know, that hopefully will happen, you know.
Yeah.
Or I can't. I have to, you know. But you know, we made this music. We have this record. I'm glad I got to do that.